did I break myself? This joint capsule. Every fucking demon I have inside me. Just leaving the physio, had a good session, but did I break myself? You'll have to watch to the end of the video to find out. Just going for a little post-physio jog. It's always good to at least go for a walk after a physio session, I reckon. It's really important to put thought in post-physio. Feel your body out, see if what they've done has worked, where it's worked and how it's worked. Because your feedback for your physio is the most important thing that they have to work off. They don't fix problems instantly. They work with you and it's very collaborative. So it's super important to feel out what's happened post physio appointment. All right, foot warning for those of you out there that don't like feet, and I guess for those sickos out there that love them. So, about 3 years ago, I kicked a rock right on the end of this big toe, super hard. And what has come of that is, what I've been told by a bunch of foot specialists is this joint here, which has a joint capsule inside the joint, has copped a lot of trauma. And yeah, it's just a very angry joint now. I can push it and go like this, it doesn't hurt. Running on it feels fine. But if I bang this toe the wrong way, like if it goes out that way, it is excruciating pain. If you've been playing along at home, you saw that I went for the Lockleys Pylon FKT a little while back. You can watch that video. I'll chuck it in the description below. During that run, I didn't really talk about it, but I banged my toe really hard. That was probably 5 weeks ago, and my toe is like still pretty painful. Your big toe creates a lot of stability while you're running, and if you can imagine, I'm favoring my other foot, my good foot, to protect this joint capsule and basically just protect me from pain. I'm running differently on this side than I am on this side, which means that my adductor on the inside here, which is a stabilizing muscle, has been working really hard to stabilize this leg. And it's been working against my glute medial, the side of your butt cheek, and my glute, your main butt cheek. These two muscles always work against each other to stabilize your leg. And yeah, I've been running weirdly for the last 4 weeks to protect this annoying big toe. And that has resulted in incredible tightness through my adductor, hamstring, glute, and going into my lower back. Every time my left big toe hits the ground during this run, I'm putting big thought into it. And not negative thought. I'm not thinking, oh, this hurts. I'm thinking about giving it power, giving my brain confidence in the fact that my big toe can handle what it's doing, because I know it can. I've just got to convince my brain of that, so my brain stops unconsciously favoring my right side. So let's go, big toe, let's go. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best. Don't worry, I'm fake crying, but you will see me real cry later on in the video, so stick around. Oh, been stretching a lot mid-run, which has been helping a lot. These new Labent socks. Pink stripes. So good. In the description. Tough, huh?
Very, yeah.
So we're out here on the central coast of New South Wales, just north of Sydney, and we've hit a long, hilly fire trail to do some race prep, a pretty key training run for most of the people in this group. Matt is up the back, plugged into his tunes. He's got an Ironman coming up in 2 weeks, so he'll be just cruising, using it as a bit of a strength workout and a long run. And then Tia is just behind me. She's just come off the back of a 30k race last weekend, so she's still a bit tired, and she's running the Pilliga Ultra in 2 weeks, which is a 20k trail race out in the Pilliga. And yeah, I'm using this as a really specific training run for my 50k at the Pilliga. So plan is jog the hills but still work, cruise on the downs, conserve energy, and push the flats really hard, race pace. So 15k out, 15k back, and we'll see how we go. Gonna be a really hard sesh, but super keen. I'm definitely tight, feeling tight on this run, but I'm happy to push hard as long as I don't get tighter throughout the run. And as long as I can keep in my head that it's really important to treat every side the same, no matter what it feels like. I don't want to be running and favouring one side over 30k, because that will have serious impacts on my body. So trying to keep the symmetry in everything that I'm doing. You're not running race pace if you can talk to the camera, so putting the camera away and see you back at the car. Oh fucking hell, man, that was so brutal. Oh. I don't know, like physically it was like 8 out of 10, but oh, fucking hell, mentally that was like 100 out of 10. Oh. Life's been like pretty tough lately, but that was just like, oh my god, like every fucking demon I have inside me was just attacking me from like 5k's in. And it was like, sometimes when you run, you like think a lot about yourself, and like, you know, you're concentrating on your physical body and trying to be mentally positive, and it makes you look inwards a lot. And sometimes it can go well, sometimes it can go badly, and inevitably most runs you have like low points, but you know you're gonna come out of them. But that was just like, I took every single hard, negative, painful thing that's ever happened in my life and pulled it all apart and put it back together in a brain that was just the bad stuff, and then just dealt with that for like 2.5 hours. That was fucked. I feel like traumatized right now, but relieved. I don't know, a lot of people think that like the mental side of this running, like there's something wrong with people that like putting themselves through this type of stuff, like you're running away from problems. But like this doesn't look like someone who's running away from something, you know. This, when you're doing this kind of physical, mental, hard stuff, you're running towards your problems and you're dealing with them, and you're trying to make yourself better, and you're trying to strategize how you can apply this ability to deal with hard shit to running and to life. So yeah, I feel freaking broken right now, but you know, in half an hour I'll be feeling really proud of myself. And you know, when you think about it later on, you know that it's not as bad as it was, but you know, everything's blown up because you're hurting and you're vulnerable and you're fatigued and all this kind of stuff. But oh man, people probably think this is pretty intense, but to me it's way more intense not facing this kind of stuff and living a life where you're trying to protect yourself from these feelings. That's way more intense to me. How you going back there, mate? I had a very tough mental battle on that run, and Just like in life or in running, every single time you run or every single day of your life, you're bound to have at least one negative thought pop into your head. That run was especially brutal, and it was the worst mental battle I've had to go through during a run for probably 3.5 years. And I was pretty overcome with negativity. I would have gotten out of it eventually, because you always do. But yeah, it went on for 2.5 hours and it was brutal. And by the end of the run, my head just felt like it had been through a blender. Am I broken? Are you broken? No, I'm not. And no, you're not. The only way we will ever be broken, or we can be justified in that feeling that we are broken, is if we stop trying, we stop turning up, we stop being consistent in everything that we do. The best runners in the world, the best business people, the people that have been in relationships for 50 years, the people that are happy way more than they're sad in their life, will always say the exact same thing. No matter what they're doing in life, it's all about consistency, showing up every day and never taking no for an answer. So no, I'm not broken, and no, you're not broken. And just because we have a really, really hard time does not mean that we're broken, and does not mean anything in the scheme of things. It just means that we care about life. I am not positive all the time, and I think this video has shown you that. All I would say is, something I try really hard to do is not keep my feelings, good or bad, inside. Getting them out in public, you don't have to do it on YouTube, but to friends and family is incredibly powerful. Not only does it help you, because a problem shared is a problem halved, but it also invites them to share their feelings with you, and creates this real deep type of honesty and trust that I'm putting myself out there. You're welcome to do the same if you need to. And it's just also a really exciting part of life, is workshopping feelings and, how we're thinking and how we're feeling, and then how we're acting on those thoughts and feelings. And yeah, working together on how we can make ourselves better. So yeah, this vlog took a bit of a turn after that really tough run. I thought I would talk about the physical and the mental side of what I'm going through at the moment with running, and also with life. Really glad I got to share this. Really glad that Matt Norman had the presence of mind to keep the GoPro in my face after that run. Whatever you're doing in life, whether you're running, whether you're outdoors pushing yourself in nature, or if you're not, if you're just waking up and living life every day, just remember, you are never broken, and never stop trying, then you will never be broken. It's all about consistency, so let's just keep going together. Thanks for watching this one. Really appreciated having you along for the ride. Love to continue this conversation in the comments, and see you in the next one. Cheers.